you can explore, save, and share recipes from your favorite foodie influencers. Save collection meal plans and shop the ingredients you need with ease. On Food Social, we make it easy to find great recipes, get your ingredients, and connected creators.
Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday. We are joined here today with Maggie Werba from Maggie Bakes Grace. I'm so excited for the show because we're going to talk about the recipe for our current apple versus pumpkin campaign. Welcome to the show, Maggie.
Yes, yay, thank you. I didn't get to tell you my coffee in a pumpkin mug for today.
Oh, are you Team Pumpkin?
Clearly,
I love
Team
that.
Pumpkin. Yes, clearly Team
Yes.
Pumpkin. That's great.
That's so fun. If you're watching us from Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, the Shop app, or our market, you can join the chat. The chat's there. If you have any questions for Maggie, let us know. You can sound off in the chat and let us know if you're Team Apple or Team Pumpkin. And of course, we have on Food Social, letting you know which team is currently in the lead. And I believe today, is it Pumpkin in the lead? I haven't looked. Michelle,
I think Apple is by one recipe
by what?
today. I don't know if Pooja has updated today, but as of this morning, but I can't remember.
That's so funny. Last year, it came down to the wire, too. I'm going to go really quickly. Yeah, Apple by 1, 17 for Pumpkin.
There you go. Yeah.
And of course, a shout out.
It'll change. Yeah.
It will change. Yes. A special shout out to our campaign. Maisley, who makes an amazing corn milk. It's a dairy-free alternative. Argilos, who has all we make organic spice blends. Oh no.
We're all frozen there for just a moment.
Buckle up, guys, because it is one of those shows. I think I'm gonna have to swear off broadcasting from the office for these. So Maggie, we have a rapid fire 10 minutes with you on your recipes. I've got your recipes pulled up here. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I guess the coffee, since I'm drinking coffee right now.
I was gonna say, can it please be the latte? Because there's marshmallow fluff in this, which I love, and I've never thought about using. So tell me how that came to happen. Like, where did that transform into using that in a latte? Like, hello, it's so good.
Yeah. Well, I've experimented with putting fluff in various things, and I don't really like the way it bakes up, but I noticed that under heat it melts more, so I figured brewing espresso over it would melt. And then obviously, like, I love sweet coffee drinks, but I feel like a lot of people, we don't have time to like make syrups, so if you can just add the ingredients in the bottom of the cup and then quick put the espresso over it, that's just like a lot more accessible. And as you know, like if I'm rushing between meetings or whatever, it's like I've got 4 minutes, like I need something. So
I'm making this latte.
Thought it would melt, and it did. And so it's just like a easy but really fun recipe, and I'm obsessed with fall. I'm like September 1st, decorate the front porch. So it had to happen.
Okay. Got it. And so is the marshmallow fluff, I didn't read through the whole entire recipe. So you put that in the bottom first and then pour the hot espresso over the top?
Yeah, yep. So you add all the ingredients, obviously except for the milk and the ice, in the bottom, brew the espresso over it, stir it together until it kind of melts together, and then you just add the corn milk and the ice.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That looks
And of course you can make the cup pretty if you want to.
Yes, yeah. No, I love that you kind of smeared that on the jar before you put it in, right? More marshmallow fluff, as you should. Because yes.
When you before we started the show, you told us that you live in Minnesota, and when does it start feeling like fall up there?
Is that,
Today in particular, it's like 60 and cloudy today,
Oh,
and
love
the
it.
leaves have
oh,
started to fall.
it's
But
the,
they call this
yeah,
fake fall. In Minnesota, we get faked out by the seasons super often. So
yeah,
in like 2 weeks, it'll be 80 and sunny and humid
Wow.
again.
yeah,
And then we'll just restart again.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm with you on fall starting September 1st. I love a nice sort of cozy fall themed drink to have.
Yeah,
It's just, I think it's sort of, I really love summer, but I think it eases that transition into fall where it's like, okay, well,
yeah,
there's all kinds of fun things to look forward to. And
yeah.
this,
Food makes the transition really easy.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah, like I'm ready for soup and warm, cozy foods and turning the oven
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I love that this is iced because it's the perfect transition drink, right? Because you can take it out on a day that's still kind of warm, but you're feeling like what's coming. And I think that's such a
yeah.
creative way to
It's
approach this
brilliant.
recipe. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
very cool. And then you also had these dairy-free salted pumpkin chocolate chip
Yeah,
cookies.
speaking of baking, let's talk about these cookies because if I'm having pumpkin, it's got to have chocolate in it. And so
Okay.
this is perfect.
Yes. Of course, with Primal Palette, which I've been cooking with well before I even knew what Food Social was. So it's
Yeah,
always fun to
same.
get to use them.
Awesome. Love
Yeah.
hearing that. These look great. What's in them? What did you use for your flour base?
I just use all-purpose flour. I'm not
Mhm,
gluten-free, so I tend to lean all-purpose.
Yeah.
for sure.
I like using like vegan baking sticks is really an easy way to basically like that subs one for one, and then I can use
Yeah.
my traditional cookie recipe. I have like a super go-to 100% of the time chocolate chip cookie recipe that works, and
Hmm.
I use that, and then I just add in the different flavors or mix-ins to that. So you'll notice a lot of the time my cookies have the same amount of baking soda and baking powder and flour and
That's
butter and
great
egg and
though.
vanilla, and
That's a
then
builder kind of recipe. Those are the best
exactly
kind to have because then you can pivot
exactly.
them depending on the holidays or the season. I think it's
Hmm.
great to have those in your, that's like a tried and true recipe is great to have that you can just lean into and use.
Hmm.
But this is brilliant
Yeah.
because
Thank
pumpkin
you.
and chocolate, I've already said that, but
So
especially right out of the oven, because I bet the chips are still a little bit gooey.
yeah, and that's when
Mhm.
I sprinkled. So I always like dreamt of owning sea salt, like Malden sea salt. And then I went to the store and I was like, oh, it's like decently affordable. I may as well get it. I bought this pack of sea salt literally 2.5 years ago and I still have it. And sprinkling that when the chocolate is still warm so the sea salt flakes like stick into it
Yep.
is just magical. And of course I use Pasha. I use them for all of my chocolate
Of
needs.
course,
So
of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Yeah. That,
I think,
go ahead, Michelle.
well, maybe you're going to say the same thing. I think the salt after on a cookie and a baked good has gained a lot of traction in the last couple of years. Like, why haven't we been doing that all along? Because it adds another flavor element that is not necessarily salty, but it actually accentuates the flavors in the cookie.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think that. It seems counterintuitive, but it is like fairy dust on cookies and baked goods in that way, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And I was going to say that it's also such a, adding the salt at the end of a bake is such a timing thing, right? Because if you add it too early and it's the heat will help dissolve it into the thing that you're putting it on, and if you add it too late, it's not going to stick. So you have to be like,
Yeah,
what are you,
true.
Maggie? What are you watching for? Because this sounds like you make this cookie recipe all the time. How do
mhm.
you know when the cookie's ready for the finishing salt?
So I always like I would rather underbake a cookie than overbake a cookie. So when the cookie, so I'll like pull it out of the oven. When it's ready to come off the pan, that's when I'll sprinkle the sea salt because it needs like 4 minutes to, I don't know, set a little bit on the pan,
Yeah, I
right? Like the
agree.
pan
Yep.
continues to cook it. And
Yeah.
that's the moment I sprinkle it and then you can put it on the plate and then you can eat it right away.
Yeah. Oh, this looks so good. And then before the show, you said that you have one recipe you're working on that has not yet been released yet. Tell us about that one.
Yes, so it is on my story on Instagram because I did kind of dig into half of a piece again before meetings this morning. But it is a pumpkin olive oil loaf. It's one of my first times using olive oil in a sweet way, but I was like, there's no way that doesn't work because like pumpkin kind of has this savory note to it anyways. Brown sugar in this recipe to help add another flavor and sweeten it up, but it uses the olive oil from Argilos and it's literally amazing. So, and it also like shot really nicely. Like I love when the food you make is pretty enough that like I did not need to do much to it. The loaf really just spoke for itself, and
I love that.
makes my life a lot easier as the
Oh,
food
definitely.
starts.
Were there any add-ins? Did you add nuts or anything to that, or is it just straight up pumpkin loaf?
Just straight up pumpkin loaf. I was going to do pumpkin banana, and my boyfriend ate the banana I was going to use.
Okay, so.
I'm always good for spoiling a recipe in that way too, where something special ends up in the house and I eat it. And Haley goes, "Where did that go?" And I go, "Uh-oh."
Mark like 4 recipe so that it doesn't get eaten.
Yes, exactly. Oh, that sounds delicious. And something like that doesn't necessarily have add-ins. You could almost use it as a side dish for like a savory meal in the summertime to go with a bowl of soup. You know, if you put butter and a little garlic powder on it, maybe that would still be, you know, something to enjoy savory style as well, even though it's a loaf, you know, that's more kind of dessert centric, but so much versatility.
Oh yeah, and the olive oil, like I don't know if you've tried their olive oil yet. It's so rich and so flavorful. And when I had some this morning, it was giving cornbread. Like I would use it as a cornbread in that way.
Very
delightful.
Don't you love it when a recipe lands like you had hoped?
Yes.
Because as we know, they don't always work out that way the first time or even maybe the 5th time. But when a recipe serves itself up and like, ta-da, it's like, yay.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
Especially obviously like I don't have time for them to fail. So when they work, I'm like, thank goodness I can post.
Yeah.
Totally get that. Bakes are just like that, Haley, and she nails a lot the first time, but there are a few where you go 2 or 3 and you go, what's going to happen here? Is this going to work?
I know.
Yeah.
Baking is a chemistry experiment all its own, but a solid when it happens. Great is those wins all the time.
That's right. Well, Maggie, it was super fun having you on the show today. I love watching the Food Social feed.
Yeah.
You've
Such
been in
a
our community for quite some time now, and this isn't your first campaign with brands yet either, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I love it. Well, thanks for coming on the show today. Tell people where they can find you.
Yeah, Grace on Instagram and TikTok, and I use Food Social for all my posting of websites online otherwise. So thank you all for supporting that.
Oh, yeah,
love
definitely.
having you be a part of our community, and hope you'll join us again when your schedule permits. We can talk about more recipes or hacks or anything you'd like to talk about. But thanks for sharing your time with us today, and be sure to follow Maggie on all the socials and on Food Social. We'll see you again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, and hope you all have a great day. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one, everyone. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Bye.